Undirected team. How's it going, y'all? I am Dotsale, the undirected guy. You know what, team? We got to talk about this story. This story is insane. All right, and I'm actually gonna speak about this story from two different perspectives. All right, I'm gonna speak about it from a common sense perspective. I'm gonna speak about it from a Lyft driver's perspective because I have driven. I've done it, so I understand how it works from the inside looking out. I've also been a passenger on Lyft, which probably all of us have. Lyft, Uber, same thing. We're gonna use Lyft for this. And I can even go back to remember what it was like to be in a taxi. So we'll talk about that too. But for now, let's get into the news story, and then we'll go from there. Where's my story at? We got it right here.
I think they were coming for me.
What one Lyft driver...
We're going to watch two of these. So we're going to watch this one, and then we're going to watch another one that adds a little more and is a little bit longer.
Going to be a routine pickup and drop-off, ends with officers leaving thousands of dollars in damages to his car. Abraham Otto says that day has destroyed his sense of safety.
Yeah, it all started when Otto picked up who he thought were two paying passengers.
The only thing was when they got in the car, they was like sitting lower. That's the only thing that I've noticed.
That's all you noticed?
Soon after, he was surrounded by officers with guns drawn, yelling at everyone to get out of the car. A criminal complaint states officers were conducting a high-risk traffic stop that Otto didn't know that he was transporting a wanted fugitive. Before getting in his car, investigators say the suspect ran away from police and drove down a 6-foot embankment to escape.
As I walked away from my car 4 to 5 feet, all of them that had guns pointed at the car started shooting.
Otto took this video moments after as police searched the car for the suspect's gun. Otto says he now struggles to get back to his daily life since he keeps replaying the moment in his head. There's the video there. To make matters worse, he is stuck with a $2,500 deductible.
Ooh. Jesus Christ, man. This is crazy, man. Otto. What happened to you, Otto? I don't like it. All the pain of it all. He's gonna need therapy for life. All because of a Lyft ride. All right, let me talk about a few things, team, because I am actually a little bit confused by all of this. So we're gonna break this down from a couple different perspectives before we go into the next video, which is gonna deep dive into this a little bit more. Okay, so. Oh, and by the way, you having the last name Otto and being a Lyft driver is kind of cool, Otto. So there's that. There's something that's called awareness. All right. Now, it's something that I don't know. Do we all got awareness? Some people's awareness slider is not where it's supposed to be. So Otto's awareness slider was absolutely like, because it can go up to 100, like the slider, usually goes left and right. So right would be, higher, and then left would be lower. So this way, Otto's slider was like if this is the end of it, like let's say right here on my hand is right here, that's the top of the slider. So that's, you got 100% awareness right here. Otto's slider was like about right here. Because he did notice that they were kind of leaning back in the seat, trying to not let the police see him in his non-tinted window. What do you have, a Toyota? But it wasn't enough because at that point they were already in the car, Otto. Now, Otto might have had a better idea what was going on had he been paying attention to his surroundings, which is what we call spatial awareness. Or at least I'm going to call it that because it sounds cool. Now, the thing is that what Otto isn't saying is that if you immediately get attacked by police the second that the suspects got into the car, it means that they followed them into your car, Otto. Okay, so, if had the suspects have gotten away cleanly from the cops and then approached their vehicle and got in, well, they'd have been good. They'd have been in a clean car and they would have been able to make a escape, at least initially. But that wasn't the case. The second they got in your car, the police were already on their tail. So like, and then I don't know if you pulled off, but you look like the Getaway driver, Otto. And I'm assuming that, if we look at Otto real quick, we'll go back to him real fast. Because we got Otto right here, right below me. Got Otto right here. Well, it's a good chance that based off where you picked them up from, because if you want to look at the other side of the screen at the bottom, right there at the bottom across from Otto, well, we're going to look at that address right there. And we're actually going to look at the name. Actually, I can make this bigger for you. Let's look at it right here. Okay, this right here is Otto's phone. All right, now Otto, he has a crack in his screen up here in the corner. Otto uses WhatsApp, and I don't know what that other one is. Oh, he's got a Ring doorbell camera attached, and Otto, there's this one thing that, we talk about, and it's called stereotype. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to do all the time, but in certain situations where you're putting yourself possibly in the hands of other people or you're putting yourself within their space, sometimes you want to, just stereotype a little bit. Now, you had a couple of signs. I can tell you right now that 1508 Sherburne Avenue in St. Paul is probably not going to be the most bestest area that you could pick somebody up from. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. Okay, and then a name like Larice that is not capitalized will tell you that this person is probably very urban, to say it nicely, or you could call it hood or ghetto, and at minimum just doesn't possess the skills to understand how to capitalize their own name. So seeing those couple of things would automatically put you on high alert when you attempted to pick this person up. Okay, then when you see these criminals approach your vehicle in a very, very shady manner, you might have wanted to had a better understanding of what was going on. Now, those are just a couple of my initial, this is before everything else that happened, judgments of the whole situation. Let's watch this other video and we'll get a little more information on what's going on. Oh, it should be this one. All right, let's do it.
Swarmed by squads, and by the time he finally got it back, it looked like this. That man had unknowingly become a getaway driver for a wanted suspect.
He didn't do anything wrong, but now he is stuck with a big bill, and he's paying the price in more ways than one. Uba Ali has the story you'll see only on WCCO.
It left me with trauma.
Abraham Ado was an ordinary Lyft driver.
This is the drop-off location I was taking this person.
He picked up 2 passengers from Fridley and was taking...
Hold on. They're calling him Ado. I thought his name was Otto. Hold on, man. Is that Otto or Ado? Help me out, team. Did y'all hear it differently too? Hold on, right here.
Lyft driver.
This is the drop-off location I was taking this.
Lee has the story you'll see only on WCCO.
It left me with trauma.
Abraham Ado was an
Abraham Ado or Abraham Otto? Hold on. Nope. We're about to figure this one out.
Thought were 2 paying passengers.
The only thing was when they got in the car, they was like sitting lower. That's the only thing that I noticed.
Well, soon after, he was surrounded by officers with guns drawn, yelling at everyone to get out of the car. A criminal complaint states officers were conducting a...
Off ends with officers leaving thousands of dollars in damages to his car. Abraham Otto says that day.
Team, what's going on, man? Hold on.
Judge my physical and mental, my physical as well as my mental fitness.
What do you mean?
Come on, man.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Abraham Otto says that day has destroyed his...
Only on WCCO.
It left me with trauma.
Abraham Ado was an
This makes a big difference to me, team. It makes a big difference for us. Otto or Doe changes everything. Because if his name's no longer Otto, then we got to knock down some points on how cool he is and how much this all fits. Because Otto, Lyft driver, makes sense. A Doe Lyft driver, you know, it doesn't hit the same, all right? And this matters, okay? Let's move on.
Ordinary Lyft driver.
This is the drop-off location I was taking.
I'm sticking with Otto.
He picked up 2 passengers from Fridley.
Although I think
and
a Doe
was
is the
taking them
right
to
way.
St. Paul.
The only thing was when they got in the car, they was like sitting lower. That's the only thing that I noticed.
Soon after, the routine ride turned traumatic.
I did not think they were coming for me.
In a split second, he was surrounded by officers, guns drawn, yelling for everyone to get out.
Did you think you were going to get hurt?
Definitely. Because
I think the way it's spelled is a Doe. Because if it was Otto, there'd be a U there, right? It'd have to be A-U, Otto. It's a Doe. So he's even worse off now than he was in the beginning. In the beginning, he was at least called Otto. So I'm like, all right, cool. But now he's a Doe. So this is just getting worse and worse for him.
I didn't know what was going on. Guns are pointed at my car. I was in shock.
In this traffic camera footage, you can see all the squads surrounding his car. A criminal complaint states officers were conducting a high-risk traffic stop. What Edo didn't know, he was transporting a wanted fugitive who fled police by driving down a 6-foot embankment before getting in his car.
As I walked away from my car 4 to 5 feet, all of them that had guns pointed at the car started shooting.
Officers fired multiple chemical irritant rounds into his car.
Police ended up destroying my car.
Ado took this video moments after as police searched the car for the suspect's gun.
Searching your car, we're getting a gun that was in there?
He says that day destroyed his sense of safety.
It kept replaying in my head. Sometimes when I try to sleep, I see it like in my eyes.
And he's struggling to get back to his daily life and work. He's stuck with a $2,500 deductible.
I'm not happy with Lyft because they're treating it like ordinary thing. Something that could get me killed.
I'm sorry, team. This is insane. He's not happy with Lyft, bro. He's not. Hold on, let me real quick. All right, let me get to it, team. Let me get to it. All right, first off, let me just tell you. Let me let you know, Otto or Doe or Otto. Yeah, they don't care. Lyft does not give a damn what happens to you on the road at all, okay? Because I'm going to include myself in this. Like I said, I drove Lyft, right? Actively, I mean, I still can. I'm onboarded on the actual driving app, and I very well could drive Lyft tomorrow. I think it's actually extremely fun. Now, if you have situations like this, which are going to be a small percentage, where you pick up a wanted fugitive that just got named on America's Most Wanted in prime time, and then he happens to jump in your car, and the police track him and see him jump into your car and then shoot chemical irritants and destroy your vehicle. Well, you know, that you got that. But we are not Lyft employees. They don't owe us any type of benefits or anything like that. We're using our own cars, and they're just a middleman within this service. They can only do so much. Now, would it be nice if they just paid? Yeah, because they have the money, and you probably don't. And that makes sense. Now, having a $2,500 deductible, you know, says that the insurance that you got is not adequate for, you know, what you might need done. But this is a lesson to everybody that is involved in any 1099 work. Just know that your employers, if you want to call them that, do not care about you. That's why they have you on a 1099 contract, okay? And that's for the most of it. That's for most of it, all right?
Everything. Something that could get me killed.
$2,500 deductible on a $17,000 repair bill for his car, with no idea who will cover it.
Was that $17,000?
something that could get me killed. Yeah.
$1,700.
$2,500 deductible on a $17,000 repair bill for his car. With no idea who will cover it, he's hopeful Lyft will take swift action. Lyft tells us they're looking into this. We also reached out to the sheriff's office and are still waiting to hear back. And Frank and Amelia, as you can imagine, this father of four is hopeful things will start to move quickly, so he can get back on the streets and provide for his family.
Okay, help me out real quick, team, because I don't understand how his repair bill is $17,000. I don't think his car is worth $17,000. Let's look back at his vehicle. Oh, where's he at? They did jack his joint up, but I don't. Oh, is this saying what he all needs? Okay, hold on. Wiper switch, dash display, steering wheel, airbag went off. If the airbag went off, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna cost you a lot. Rear door glass, detail. Okay, this is everything he needs. It still don't look like 17 grand to me. I mean, unless you going like straight to the dealership, but I'm pretty sure that I can't tell exactly what year this one. Does anybody know what year this Toyota is? It's not a 2025. It looks like it's probably like maybe a 16 or 17. And I just don't see this car costing 17 grand unless he bought it at the height of the pandemic. So my thing is this, Otto, and, you know, the question is should Lyft pay for his therapist? Because Otto, at this point, he can't even sleep anymore, Otto. All right? Or Adele. He can't even sleep anymore. He's waking up seeing, you know, cops shooting chemical irritants at him in his sleep. He just has this reoccurring dream that he's just driving on a nice summer day, listening to music, and all of a sudden a criminal gets in the back of his car, and then all of a sudden he's in a high-speed chase, but he can't go fast enough because he's in a slow-ass Toyota. I'm sorry, team. Look, this absolutely could happen to almost anybody. Like, that's just the truth. But my thing is this. You know, how do we get past it, right? And what does Ado really want in this situation? What would make him whole? Because is Lyft getting him a therapist so he can get through all his trauma mentally gonna help him? Or would he rather just have them, you know, pay off his $2,500 deductible, and then, you know, that'll clear all his mental issues? Or maybe just throw him like a $10,000 check for his pain and suffering. How about a little hazard pay, Lyft? And I'm going to take it away from Ado because, you know, we've been having fun with him, but what happened to him is actually extremely unfortunate. And, you know, it sucks. It sucks. And the cops possibly responded a little too aggressively because the problem, and the only thing I could think from the cop standpoint is they didn't know that was a Lyft driver, and they thought Ado was an accomplice and a getaway driver, and that's why they reacted so aggressively because, like, to be honest, the criminal could have had Ado at gunpoint, but he didn't even say that. He didn't say he got threatened or anything. So, you know, he damn near was just a getaway driver, and that's what the problem is. And you know what might even happen that's even worse? Is Lyft might just straight up deactivate him just to not even deal with any of the problems that he can bring along to the company. So, you know, $16.15. Is it worth picking up Latrice over on Sherburne Avenue? No. No, it's not. And I also want to look. Can we see the time on there? I'm pretty sure he's using. See, for me, that 3:21 would be 3:21 in the morning because I use military time on my phone. It's 3 in the morning right now, team. I'll show you. Probably ain't gonna be able to see it, but I don't do that. Look, it's right here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you just seen it, yeah, right there. Hold on. Yeah, look. Well, y'all can see. Anyways, I use military time. So, also, but nah, that wouldn't make sense because from here, it actually looks like all of this happened. Let's see. That the footage. Let's actually look at some of the footage. Yeah, this is daytime, so yeah. I mean, he was kind of doing it right. I actually only drive at night when I do drive. Let's see. So they shot right there. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, that's an older Toyota though. That is not like a new model at all. I wonder if he got paid the whole $1,650 for his trouble. Yeah. Oh, that's where they shot. They shot through this back window. Chemical irritant hit there. And where the hell did the suspect go? Let me see something. Let's see what people are saying here. The poor man is traumatized. He needs some type of benefits while waiting for justice to be done. He definitely needs psychiatric care and mental health therapy. Justice for Abraham. At Lyft at MPD. What did the fugitive allegedly do prior to justify the response? Okay, let's defend the criminal. He should prosecute all parties involved. The two criminals, you're not getting nothing from them. Lyft, yeah, Incorporated, okay. The sheriff's department and the car insurers. Why he would win so much money for all of it, too, as soon as he's the innocent victim, basically. If there are any defending attorneys in the Minnesota area, then take the case and they will win an easy bag for it. Crime is down, though. That's what they want you to think. But the truth is Minneapolis, St. Paul, stopped going after criminals. They went after that criminal and shot a doe's car in the process. So that's not true. Yeah, but this is interesting. So should he sue everybody involved? Well, the problem is that and if he gets a good enough payout, man, I mean, doing Lyft at all anymore, like, doesn't even make sense for him. If he can, maybe clock like 100,000. But I don't really know if Lyft is responsible for what happened. Because the thing about it is this, and what a lot of people may not realize is that you don't have to, because we're independent contractors, when we're on an app like Lyft, you don't have to take any ride. Like, they offer you rides and it's up for you to accept it or decline it. And there's nothing they can do if you choose not to take it. So when he seen that ride and he said, this just doesn't feel right, he could have declined the ride all the way up until when he pulled up to the guy and he seen him running up to his car, the Pooh Shiesty mask, trying to evade police. And he could have been like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to cancel this one. I don't think it's worth it. I want that 16-15, but nah. I'm a chill. And Ado had that option. So, undirected team, what do you think about this? What do you think? Like, I'm interested, right? Like, I've never picked up a fugitive that was actively on the run, right? FBI, open up! But I'm pretty sure that I have actually, I don't know, probably picked up some criminals. Probably a lot of criminals I've picked up. Definitely like transporting drugs and stuff like that. And that's just what comes along with it. Taxi cabs, which we don't use anymore, well, not very often. They are like probably the biggest drug runners in the world are taxi cabs, because I don't even see how they're still surviving. I think the only people that take taxis are trying to camouflage themselves in the streets. And I would just say that anybody that you see taking it, if I was a cop and I seen somebody in the back of a taxi, I'm pulling them over. I want to know what the hell's going on with that passenger and why the hell he's taking a taxi instead of a Lyft or an Uber. I want to know. And I'm going to have to search his duffel bag because it's just mad shady. All right, I'm out of here. I don't really got nothing else to say. I mean, this is crazy. Like, I want to know what y'all have to say, though. That's really more what I'm interested in now, because I've said all I had to say. And, yeah, I'm with the Justice for a Doe team. You know, I'm with the Justice for a Doe team. And, I mean, yo, we need support groups. Hey, Lyft, can we get support groups, please? Like, y'all going to have to, like, set up some type of monthly meetings where people can air out their grievances of all the things that we go through while driving Lyft. Because it is mentally bad. It's mentally bad. Poor Doe. Till next time, team. I appreciate y'all. Dotsale out. I kind of want to go drive Lyft right now. Lyft is like a video game for real, for real. You never know what you're going to get into.